It's your boy CyberDev back with another intel-packed ride through this week's wildest cybersecurity stories. You ever get the feeling like we're living in a techno-thriller novel? Because from government bans to fake installers, from Chinese cyber espionage to AI security panic, it's all happening. And this week, it's juicy. Our spotlight story this week: Salt Typhoon, a China-linked APT, breached satellite provider Viasat by compromising an exposed Cisco iOS XE router. The attack mirrors what they pulled in Ukraine in 2022, disrupting satellite communications right before Russian boots hit the ground. This time, the attackers didn't reach customer data, but they did create GRE tunnels and backdoors, granted them long-term surveillance capabilities across sensitive communication infrastructure. This wasn't just a probe. It was an infiltration test. Satellite and telecommunication networks aren't just bandwidth. They're targets in hybrid warfare. Next up, Russia's infamous APT-28, aka Fancy Bear, is using Signal. Yeah, that secure chat app to deliver infected Word documents that the US government used to carry out plans for attack. Anyways, these docs carry custom malware like Beard Shell, which opens a backdoor into victims' machines, and Slim Agent, which silently takes screenshots and monitors behaviors. These chats look totally normal, coming from spoofed diplomatic profiles and exploit trust in encrypted platforms. Even secure platforms can become delivery mechanisms when social engineering is involved. If the file wasn't expected, don't download it, no matter the app. Speaking of Signal, the U.S. House bans WhatsApp. The U.S. House of Representatives just banned WhatsApp, Telegram, and Signal on all official devices. Why? Because while chats may be encrypted, metadata like who contacted whom, when, and how frequently can be weaponized for surveillance and disinformation. Add in rising deepfake scams and state-sponsored manipulation, and lawmakers said, we're out. It's not only about messages being private, it's about protecting the bigger digital footprint. Even encrypted tools leave metadata, trails that adversaries can exploit. In our next one, Docker disaster open exposure. Developers beware. Thousands of Docker instances are publicly exposed with default settings, letting attackers spin up containers at will. This week, threat actors used those unsecured Docker APIs to deploy Cryptominers, reverse shells, and even ransomware. Victims often don't realize anything's wrong until CPU usages spike or their data is encrypted. Here's a pro tip: never expose Docker APIs to the internet. Use firewalls, TLS, and socket ban permissions. Treat containers like production servers, because that's what they become once breached. And our next one, Microsoft Exchange attacks spike. Attackers targeted 65 unpatched Microsoft Exchange servers across multiple industries using exploits that have been public for months. These attacks used known vulnerabilities to drop web shells, enabling persistent access to inboxes and credentials. It's part of an ongoing trend, Exchange. Servers are low-hanging fruit for nation-state and criminal actors alike. The lesson in this is patch management isn't a quarterly chore. It's a frontline defense. Exchange servers hold email, calendars, and sensitive organizational data. Wiz dropped a bombshell report. 70% of companies are piloting or deploying generative AI, but fewer than 15% have proper data controls or model input restrictions. We're talking large language models, LLMs, accessing sensitive systems without audit logs, filters, or even clear data boundaries. AI can be your co-pilot, but don't let it fly blind. Govern input and output flows, restrict training data, and audit every integration. Our next one, Gartner's pushing continuous threat exposure management, or CTEM, a fancy term for always-on risk analysis. But here's the catch. Most organizations can't even keep asset inventory straight. If you don't know what you have, you can't protect it. CTM is promising, but meaningless without foundational visibility. Start there. Citrix Bleed 2 is here, and it's leaking authentication tokens, enabling attackers to hijack active sessions and execute code remotely. Even worse, over 9% of vulnerability Citrix gateways are still unpatched, weeks after updates have dropped. This is a reminder. This is corporate VPN level exposure. Unpatched Citrix equals a front door open. Malicious copies of SonicWall's NetExtender VPN client are making rounds. Downloaded from fake websites or shared via messaging apps, these versions include backdoors and info stealers, giving attackers a foothold in enterprise networks. Always download software from official sources. Verify signatures and train employees to double check before installing any security tool. Next up, pro-Iranian group Parasite leaked over 500 gigabytes of internal documents from Israeli military and government servers. This includes strategy reports, internal memos, and personnel files. The hack comes amid rising geopolitical tension and a digital retaliation at scale. Nation-level leaks are becoming part of regular warfare. New strains of PubLoad and PubShell malware are targeting the European energy sector. Attackers send phishing emails with PDF attachments disguised as company policies. One click, as I say, one click to keep you safe, or rather, keeping you safe one click at a time. One click and a remote access Trojan gets dropped, giving attackers a persistent foothold. The risk in all of this isn't just IT. This is infrastructure. Energy companies can't afford click-happy inboxes. We know what happened early in the year with the outage in France and Spain, and they chalked it up to some sort of environmental phenomenon. But I think we know what it is. Some final thoughts here. Look, we are not in a simulation. This is real. Supply chains, communication apps, AI systems, they're all in the crosshairs. So patch smart, segment hard, train your people, and share this with someone who still thinks deepfakes are just fun TikTok. I'll be back next Monday with more. Keeping you safe, one click at a time. CyberDev out.